This question is touching on two concepts, both the difference quotient and the composition. So all you need to remember is how to properly plug in values into a function. So let's see item A to exemplify what I'm trying to say. So when I'm asking you for the difference quotient f of x plus h minus f of x over h, the most important thing to remember is that you're taking x plus h, you're plugging it into f. So it's like x plus h is playing the role of x. So that is, wherever I see an x, I replace it by an x plus h. Be careful with this squared right here, and be careful with this with the spare parentheses there, because it's very common that people will forget to add this minus sign to both x and h, and you're going to get like a minus x plus h instead of this, which is the correct question, the correct writing. So this is that, and then minus f of x. F of x is fine, just always remember to put parentheses around that part, and all of that divided by h. So this is f of x plus h, for you to check if you need to double check that. This minus is part of the formula of the difference quotient, and this is f of x right there, and then divided by h is also part of the formula for the difference quotient. So this is setting it up correctly. The only thing I need to do after this is to actually expand and algebraically manipulate this. So let's expand the top. The top is a special product, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. That's this first term equals to this. So that's a special product. Be careful that you don't write that x plus h squared equals to x squared plus h squared. That is not true, and so many people get this wrong that this has a name. It's called the freshman's dream. So when people make that mistake, such a common of a mistake that people will call it that, the freshman's dream. So be careful so you don't make that mistake as well. So this first thing expands into this. You can also FOIL if you want. If you want to be safe, you can write x plus h times x plus h, and then do x with x with h with x, h with h, and you see that that's exactly what comes out. But okay, moving on. This minus with this gives me a minus x minus h. This minus with each of those guys. I made a mistake here, didn't I? This guy here is f of x, so it should be an x squared minus x. So I'll make that correction, and I'll leave it red for you to notice. But now that I can make this, use this distributive property, this is minus x squared plus x. So all of that matters. All that divided by h. So cancel everything out that can be canceled out. This x squared with this minus x squared, this minus x with this plus x, and I think that's all I have. So this is 2xh plus h squared minus h over h. And now one of the final steps you have to follow is to factor out an h. Note that everything on the top here includes an h, so you can divide the top by h and the bottom by h as well, or equivalent. So it would be this, right? Divide this by h, divide this by h. That works. Or equivalently, what I'll do is factor out an h from the top to get 2x plus h minus 1, and then cancel out that to get 2x plus h minus 1. Remember to box your final answer, and that's your difference quotient. Okay? There's always the chance that I'll make some mistakes, some arithmetic, some algebra mistakes in here, but the ideas are what matter. So now in B, I'm asked for the composition fog. It'd be very easy to change this question, and on item A, ask for the difference quotient of G, so pay attention to what is being said, and then ask for Goff instead of fog. It'd be very easy to change the question that way. But here we're doing fog, so what is fog? Fog of x is f of g of x. So that's composition of functions. What are we doing when we do composition of two functions? We're doing f of g. So we're taking the expression of g and plugging into f as if it were x. So this is going to play the role of x into f. So wherever I see an x, I replace it with 2x squared minus 6. Okay, so that is 2x squared minus 6 squared, right? Replacing that first x squared with that, minus, remember your parentheses, 2x squared minus 6. And that's what you have. You just have to expand that, and that is again just using algebra. So we'll do again the foiling of this first guy. So this will be square of the first minus 2 times the first times the second. So 1224 x squared plus 36, and then distribute this minus sign. That is minus 2x squared plus 6. Combine what can be combined. There's only one term with x to the 4th power, and there is this and this. So minus 26x squared plus 42. Always remember to box your answers. Double check my math always, because there's always a chance that I made some mistake with the arithmetic, just the algebra in general. But the ideas are what matter here.